Well, hello everybody, here we are again, and thank you very much to Mr. Wakefield. He's my very able cameraman today, and here we are back in school on a very, very hot day. It has been fantastic again this week to see the 10s, the year 6s, lots more people back in school and the girls really engaging in their learning, and it'll be fantastic when we do get to September, because we have heard that hopefully that we can have all of you back in. Now, we have not had any details about that yet, girls, and it is frustrating. So we're still waiting for guidance from the government on how they're going to make it work. We think it'll be a lot easier in primary schools to make it work, with option choices and everything else in a secondary school. We're not sure the government really understand that, but we will let you know when we have the details. But for the meantime, you just keep going on your work that you're doing at home, and we will keep supporting you with that. Now, you've heard a lot this week from Boris Johnson about easing of the lockdown and extra things that you're going to be able to do. And they talk a lot about using common sense. Now, we need to use that term quite carefully, because common sense to one person might be something completely different and a different interpretation to somebody else. What we all know, and I trust you to do the right thing because you're members of our school community, we all know the coronavirus has not gone away. So we need to still follow the safety advice. If you can, you need to be 2 metres at least away from other people. You need to wash your hands a lot. That has not gone away. You need to not be going in and out of each other's houses. That isn't acceptable. In a week or so's time, you'll be able to go into one house and even have a sleepover in one house with one family you've selected. You should not be mixing. Outside, not more than groups of 6, and staying apart. So please, girls, keep yourselves safe. Do the right thing. Follow the instructions, but it's not just about you, it's about you protecting other people as well. Now, talking about doing the right thing, I heard a fantastic story this week about Connie and Millie in year 9. And girls, we're incredibly proud of you, because the girls were out on a walk, socially distanced and being safe, and they spotted a woman that had collapsed. She was actually lying at the side of the road and in the gutter, and they noticed that other people were either ignoring her or walking straight past. Even one person stepped over this poor woman. They contacted one of their dads, who arrived, and they called an ambulance. And they made sure that they found out where this person lived and what had happened. She was actually a diabetic and had a hypo and had collapsed. And if they hadn't done the right thing and got help, she would have died. So Connie and Millie in year 9, you are superheroes. You did the right thing. You were really responsible, and we're very proud of you. And congratulations to you. You embody what we do at this school by doing the right thing, and that team and that community spirit. So well done, girls. Now then, Mr. Jolliffe, who is one of our peripatetic music teachers, he has been in touch, and he wanted to say a huge well done to Eva May in year 6 and Phoebe Lewis in year 7. They have just done some guitar exams and they both got distinctions. Congratulations, girls, that is brilliant. In maths this week, Mr. Ferguson has been in touch with me. Isabella Ehrlich in year 7 and Ryan Needham in year 8. They are both winners of this week's Math Supports Kahoot quiz. And he's very much looking forward to next Tuesday morning. That's when the next one will be. So girls, in the math support session, do make sure that you attend that and you get involved with the quiz. Now, you've heard a lot about bike rides and walking waves around the Wirral. Year 4 teachers didn't want to be left out. There will be a tour to year 4 around the Wirral, so I know that they've been in contact with you girls in year 4 and your parents if you want your teachers to actually go past your house and do a socially distanced wave. That's on the 4th and the 5th of July. But also we've got 2 mentions in year 4 this week. One for Charlotte Bradwell in 4M. That's for her wonderful enthusiasm and engagement with all of her work. Well done, Charlotte. And also for Melina Stringer in 4EC for some amazing PowerPoint work that went way and above the expectations that have been set on your Google Classroom tasks. So Melina, well done. Now, year 12, you have had lots of opportunities thrown your way recently, but something that's come out for you from Mrs. McCarthy this week is a load of UCAS webinars for you and your parents all of next week. There's some webinars on personal statement writing, interview technique, managing your finances at university. So I know a lot of them are at 9 o'clock in the morning, girls, so you're going to have to make sure you're up and about, but they're the sort of things that you can do in your pyjamas, a webinar, but please make sure that you make the most of those opportunities that are being sent your way, because there's lots of great information there about your next steps. Now, year 5, it would have been a glorious time. Look at this weather we've had this week, because you should have been in Shropshire on your Manor adventure. And I know you might be feeling a bit sad about that. And Mrs. Pears and Miss Lehman also thought you might have been feeling a bit disappointed. So they have set up some mini Manor adventures for all of year 5 that would have been away on their trip. So they have set you some challenges. There are some obstacle courses you can do in your garden, some climbs, whether it be up a tree, please be careful girls, going on walks, sleeping anywhere but your bed, in a tent in your garden under the table, climbing some stairs, having a virtual disco, and one of my favourite ones was welly throwing. I'm going to tell you a little secret, girls, that actually in 1986 I was the Llanelldid village throwing welly champion. That's a little village next to Dolgellau where I went to primary school. That was when I was a little bit older though, actually. But anyway, by the way, year 5 also, 3 girls actually have got involved with our wider big family this week. And this was fantastic to hear. This is Isla Elliott, Nancy Evans and Isla Ratcliffe. Last week I talked about us like being in our BHSA family, but being part of a massive family within the GDST, within the 25 schools. So these 3 girls from year 5, I'm really proud of you girls. They signed up to the GDST Junior Techathon on Wednesday, and 500 plus girls from all over the country were involved in working on smart cities. They spent the afternoon coding and also exploring ways and how we can improve our environment, making it greener and smarter. So well done for actually getting involved with that. Mr. Austin gets in touch every week, doesn't he? So we've already talked about Millie and Connie, our heroes in year 9. So, but here are the top 10 year 9 workers. And he's actually put them in a rank order for me this week. So well done girls, this is you engaging with everything that you've been set, doing some brilliant work and trying your very best. So the top 10 are Isabel Taplin, Sarah Roberts, Hannah Wen, Beth Harwood, Rebecca Bradford, Katie Davison, Georgia Ingram, Zoe Savage, Katie Davis and Sky Buis. That's fantastic to see girls, and you keep up that hard work. But there's also quite another long list here that's coming up next from Mr. Austin, but very, very important because it shows that the contact he's been making and other teachers have been making with these girls has actually made a difference. Some of these girls haven't been on track, but now they have shown a massive improvement in engagement and their learning. So for the most improved engagement, well done to the following girls: Amelia Nelson, Amy Melody, Ella Chan, Megan Fenwick, Robin Pickering, Grace McGull, Neve Lewis, Emily Phillips, Emily Hazeldine, Anna Rose, Molly Saville, Tegan Killian, Scarlett McHugh, Holly Hunter, Caris Doherty and Rose Ferguson. So huge improvements in there girls. It's never too late to actually up the ante with your work, so we're really proud of you. I want to say a massive thank you to Mrs. Doran, our school librarian. She has been working incredibly hard behind the scenes, making sure that your reading opportunities, your online reading opportunities have continued right the way through. And she has prepared some really helpful videos for you girls and for your parents that have been sent home via Google Classroom on showing you how you can actually engage with the Summer Reading Challenge, but also how you can sign up online for library membership as well. So make sure you make the most of that and keep that reading going right the way through until we break up and right the way through the summer holidays. I wanted to say a very well done to 2 girls in juniors as well. You'll have seen that Chester Zoo is back open. You have to book, but I know that a few girls are going to Chester Zoo now and they're actually looking forward to their trips. But Chester Zoo were really struggling for funds because during lockdown they had nobody visiting the zoo, nobody actually bringing any money in. But Millie and Emmy Layton in the juniors set up a cake sale outside their house, and they actually raised £80 for Chester Zoo, so very, very well done to them. Now last week I talked about, we heard that wonderful song, The Little Things from Mrs Chalmers, and I asked for you to send some photos and some messages in. We've had a few in, we need a few more please, so please send those photos or those messages of things that really matter to you. Or it might be, if you think about the theme of this week, of doing the right thing, of you actually, something that you've done that to help somebody else. Those acts of kindness that you might have actually done as well. So we'll leave it with that for this week, and have a good week, enjoy the sunshine over the weekend, and see you next time. Thank you very much.